Hello, it is I, FloofNDie. Um, this isn't a gameplay video. I know. Technically, my channel isn't just Let's Plays, it's also a vlog channel too, even though I have been kind of lazy on that. Anyway, um, anyway, I was, editing some gameplay videos, and also, like, in Facebook, and somebody, like, posted this on Facebook, and I said, hey, why don't I do this? This looks interesting. So, yeah, let's get into the depths of my mind. Uh, fair warning, I may, delete some questions off the video if I find them kind of too personal to me. But, other than that, yeah, I will do this one again, but I already did this one by myself. I didn't record it. But I will do this again. Let's, do fears. I actually know my fears. I want to see what this says I'm afraid of. Okay. Begin test. Speaking in public. Terror, great fear, much fear, some fear, little fear, very little fear, no fear. When when it comes to like speaking by myself, like in public, or I actually have to be myself speaking in public, I am terrified. But when I'm acting like in a play or something like that, because I have done acting in plays many times, I have like zero fear at all. Uh, so I want to I want to say much fear because it's kind of kind of there. But yeah. Oh no shit. Sorry. I forgot. Being teased. I mean, I'll get annoyed sometimes, but I don't really have a fear of it. I mean, I carry just for the fun of it. I carry a I mean, just for the fun of it, I carry a unicorn purse thing. So yeah, I don't really have any fear. Failure. I guess a little fear. It depends on the thing. Entering a room where other people are already seated. I mean, if there's a chair for me that I can sit into, then very little fear. It's a weird question. Strangers. I guess some fear. Yeah, it depends on the situation and stuff, like if they seem nice or not. People in authority. Uh, some fear because some people in authority are complete assholes. Being watched working. This isn't really a fear kind of thing. It's more of when you can do like something over and over again, you can do it perfectly, and you get no problem with it whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, it's like when somebody starts watching you, it's like you have no idea what you're doing. So, a little fear. Being criticized. No, very little fear. I mean, yeah, feeling rejected by others. I don't really care. Feeling disapproved of. Again, don't really care. Being ignored. These don't really seem like fear questions. Being ignored. I mean, if it's not that important, like, not really. But if it's important, I use a little fear. Making mistakes. No fear at all because, you make mistakes and learn from them. Looking foolish. Yeah, no. No, I fear that. Being alone. This is kind of this is kind of half and half thing. Uh, it's like most of the time I prefer being alone, but other times I don't because my mind will like hear sounds that aren't really there. So with like other people around, I can just put my mind and say, "Oh, it was them making the sound." So it's like some fear. Being in a strange place. Some fear. Being in a strange place. I would say very little fear because I do like traveling when I can, hiking or whatever, and going somewhere new is fun. But it can also be a little bit dangerous, so very little fear. Crossing streets. I don't have a fear, so I'm gonna put no fear on that. But I really hate when you're like, I really hate this. When you know you're crossing the street, right? And there's that asshole of a car that always has to make that right turn right when you're crossing. It's like, dude, look, the crosswalk is on. Somebody is crossing. You are an asshole. So, no fear, but annoyance. Falling. Very little fear. I'm not afraid of falling, but sudden stop, yada yada. High places on land. I used to be terrified of heights. There was this tree house in my grandparents' yard. It got torn down like a long time ago, but there was this tree house that I would climb. That I would be too scared to climb. But somehow I got over my fears. I practiced and practiced. A little because there's like a ladder climbing up to it bit by bit, and I finally managed to get over my fears, and I have like zero fear of heights now. So yeah, journeys by train. My old hometown, they had this train that would like take us to this place. I forget the name of it. Molten Falls, I think it was, and it was pretty fun. I never fear of it. But my first, and it was only like 45, maybe an hour long. It's like a little tour train. But my first actual train ride was long. It was like I think 2.5 days long. 2.5 days long was to California, and then I went back. So no fear. Journey by bus. Zero fear because that's how I get to work 5 days a week is by bus. I take 2 buses every single day, about an hour trip. So yeah, no fear. Journeys by car. No. I would say very little fear. It's technically no fear unless like the person's a total idiot. Crowds. This is I think the word is hypersensitivity. I don't mind crowds themselves, but when it comes to them all talking at once, my mind has like trouble processing it, and it's just no. So I'm gonna say a little fear. Large open spaces. No, I love those. Yeah, if I can just wander about and stuff, I love those. But an elevator. Just probably because claustrophobic. I would have to say no, only because I've yet to be stuck in an elevator. Enclosed spaces. It's funny. I love wide open spaces, but I also like enclosed spaces too. I know I'm weird. Aeroplanes. Um, yeah, actually, no, I don't. I haven't had a reason to be afraid of planes yet, so no. Open wounds. I mean, I've had my fair share of open wounds. I scraped my knee really hard when I was little. I cracked my head open too. I got a scar on my forehead. So, no, really. Dead people. No, not really. People with deformities. No. Receiving injection. Yes. But it isn't like a terrible fear. It's more of normally time I have injections, they can't really find my veins, so they stick in the needle and they like dig around it and it hurts like hell. So it's like yeah, a little fear. Seeing other people injected, no. Sick people. considering I don't really get sick at all, except for sorry, except for like seasonal allergies, which I hate, and food poisoning. No, I would hang by my cousin a lot when he was sick, because I was the only one that could without getting sick. Witnessing surgical operations. I'm gonna have to say no fear because I've actually never seen one. Human blood. No, it's just blood. Animal blood. A little fear because not for the blood itself, but what happened to the poor creature? Medical odors. I haven't really been around them, so I can't really say. Cemeteries. No, it's just a cemetery. Doctors. I guess it depends on the doctor, so if you're one person bullying another, I won't say I got no fear of that because I'd probably kick their ass or something. I mean, depending on the situation. So, maybe a little fear. Tough looking people. No, I've always been that funny. I haven't seen it lately, but I was a teenager or whatever. I always find it funny. There'd be like these young kids, right? And they'd go like this and do a face like this, just act all tough. And I found that to be the most hilarious thing ever. It's like, why are you trying to act so tough? I so no fear. Dirt. No. Sight of fighting. Very little fear. It depends on why the fighting. But like if it's two cougars, not the ladies, the actual cats, cougars fighting, and yeah, I'll be afraid. It's like, oh shit, I need to get out of here. Ugly people. I don't know. Say no fear. Strange shapes. What would a strange shape be? Yeah, I say no fear. Nude men. Interesting enough. Place where I live has has a thing called the World Naked Bike Ride, and I've done it 5 years in a row, so I've seen my fair share. It's creepy, but still. And again, same thing from the nude woman. Worms. I've gone fishing, so no fear of worms. Bats. Oh my god, have you seen the like little wolf bats or whatever they're called? They're just so adorable. It's like little sky puppies. Oh my god. No, there's no way in hell I can be afraid of bats. Flying insects. My favorite insect is actually assassin bug, which I think is a flying one. Oh, and praying mantises are cool too, so no. Oh, crawling insects. No, not at all. Mice. Oh, mice are so cute. I just love animals in general, and yes, I do eat meat, so yes, I'm hypocrite or whatever. But I still do love animals. Oh, harmless snakes. Now I'm probably gonna next finish my venomous snakes, so I'll say my little thing for that. But no, I don't fear snakes. No fear. I'll read over this in a bit. Actually, so the snake thing, I got bit by a rattlesnake when I was like 6 a long time ago. My heart stopped several times. I got a bunch of scars on my chest from adrenaline needles and stuff. But I don't fear snakes at all. Yes, even though I nearly lost my life, I don't fear them. I love them. Okay, so social anxiety, 22%. Really, only 22. Wow. Agoraphobia. The other what was agoraphobia? Fear of bodily injury, death, or illness, 7%. Fear of sexual aggression scenes, 7%. Fear of harmless animals, 0%. Shit. What was agoraphobia? I'm sorry. I can't remember what it is. Okay. Agoraphobia. There we go. Is a type of anxiety disorder in which you fear and avoid places or situations might cause you to panic and make you feel trapped, helpless, embarrassed. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, those are my test results. That's what I'm afraid of. Oh, but some of my other fears that I actually have. Might sound strange. I'm actually terrified of porcelain masks. had a creepy experience when I was a little kid that I might go into in a different video, but yeah, porcelain mask scared the shit out of me. Yeah. Let's try. I think I'll do another test. I may break this up into 3 parts, but it depends. It depends. Exceptions and compulsions. Okay, begin test. Okay. Okay. I feel my hands are dirty when I touch money. That's a weird question. No, not at all. I think even the slightest contact with bodily secretions, perception, saliva, or urine, etc., may contaminate my clothes or somehow harm me. A little. I mean, as long as you like wash up afterwards and stuff, because I'm a janitor, so it's not like I don't have to deal with that stuff. I find it difficult to touch an object when I know it has been touched by strangers or by certain people. No? I find it difficult to touch garbage or dirty things. Again, I'm a janitor. I have to do this on almost a daily basis. I avoid using public toilets because I'm afraid of disease and contamination. Not at all. Just wipe it off. I avoid using public telephones because I am afraid of contagion and disease. So I'm not, but I also don't use public telephones because I'm pretty sure everybody has a cell phone now. So, I mean, yeah. So, yeah, not at all. I wash my hands more often and longer than necessary. I mean, I wash them every time before I go back to work. The 20-second thing. So, not at all. I sometimes have to wash or clean myself simply because I think I may be dirty or contaminated. I take a shower or bath like every 2 days because if you take too many like all the time, the oils from your skin, you get all crackly and stuff. So I'd say not at all. If I touch, unless I do get like really, really, really dirty and I really do need to, but that's, yeah. If I touch something I think is contaminated, I immediately have to wash or clean myself. It depends on the contamination. If it's just like dirt, then I need to wait a little bit. But if it's like some toxic chemicals I need to get off my skin now, then yeah, so a little. If an animal touches me, I feel dirty. I immediately have to wash myself or change my clothes. Even if a dog smells like skunk, which I have been around a dog that has smelled like skunk. I got sprayed by one. I'm still gonna pet the hell out of it. I don't care. I'll even pet a skunk. I feel obliged to follow a particular order in undressing, and washing myself. No, not really. Before doing to sleep. I think it means going to sleep. I have to do certain things in a certain order. No, I just mostly like watch Netflix until I'm tired and I just go to bed. So yeah, before going to bed, I have to hang up or fold my clothes in a special way. Oh no, I either sleep in them or just take them off and throw them aside. So not all. I have to do things several times before I think they're properly done. Sometimes it depends on the situation. So a little, yeah. Wow, I haven't really got to it very much yet. I tend to keep on checking things more often than necessary. Yeah, a lot. Because I don't know, I forget if I did something or not sometimes. I check and recheck gas and water taps and light switches after turning them off. No, not really. I return home to check doors, windows, drawers, etc. to make sure they are properly shut. Not at all. I keep checking forms, documents, checks, etc. in detail to make sure I fill them out correctly. Yes, very much, because those are very important, and I need to make sure that they are filled out correctly. I keep on going back to see that. Matches, stickers, etc. are properly extinguished. Maybe a little. I mean, I haven't really had the opportunity to do that. When I had money, I count and recount it several times. Quite a lot, I have to admit, because, like, wait, do I have enough money for this thing? I check letters carefully many times before posting them. A little. It's like if I'm talking to somebody, I don't really care because I just want to get that out there. If I'm writing a rough draft for a story, I don't care. But if I'm trying to do the actual finished project, I'll go over them a few times, so a little. Sometimes I am not sure I have done things in which, in fact, I knew I have done. Yeah, a lot. Like one time, I thought I was making cup of noodle soup, and I remembered putting water in it, and I put it in a microwave, but apparently I did not. But that was many years ago. Uh, when I read, I have the impression I've missed something important, and I must go back and reread the passage at least 2 or 3 times. Quite a lot when I do read. I've been neglecting reading, so I need to do that. I imagine a catastrophic consequences as a result of absent-mindedness or minor errors which I make. Maybe a little, but no, not really. I think or worry at length about having hurt someone without knowing it. A little. When I hear about disaster, I think it is somehow my fault. Sometimes a little. I sometimes worry at length, for no reason, that I have hurt myself or have some disease. Nah. I get upset and worried at the sight of knives, daggers, and other pointed objects. I own like 20 swords, and I'm really good with them, so no. When I hear about a suicide crime, I am upset for a long time, and I find it difficult to stop thinking about it. Not at all. I'm not really gonna get to reasons why, because it makes a lot of people mad, so I'm just saying not at all. I invent useless worries about germs and diseases. No. When I look down from a bridge or a very high window, I feel an impulse to throw myself in space. Yeah, but I think that's something that everybody has. It's like you're just hovering over the edge, just like jump, jump, jump. But you're not really going to. It's just there was a name for it. I guess it's called the high place phenomenon, whatever. But yeah, quite a lot. When I see a train approaching, I sometimes think I could throw myself under its wheels. A little, but I'm not going to. It's not any like suicide thoughts or anything like that. It's at certain moments I am tempted. It's more of I want to jump in front of the train and see if I can stop with my bare strength. At certain moments I am tempted to tear off my clothes in public. Only on the naked bike ride, so a little. While driving, I sometimes feel an impulse to drive the car into someone or something. I do not drive. I take the bus, so not at all. Seeing weapons excites me and makes me think violent thoughts. No, I just think shiny. I sometimes feel the need to break or damage things for no reason. A little. Depends on the thing. I was wanting to go to one of those rooms where they have a bunch of things they can smash. That seems like it'd be fun. I sometimes have an impulse to steal other people's belongings, even if they are of no use to me. When I was maybe little, I did, but not anymore. I am sometimes almost irresistibly tempted to steal something from the supermarket. I mean, tempted, not like I will. I sometimes have an impulse to hurt defenseless children or animals. I mean, I would never hurt an animal, and also at the same time, I would never hurt a child. But if they're like a really, really bright child, I would probably scare the shit out of them by screaming at them. Only if they're like really rowdy. I would say not at all. Okay, overall 18%. Contamination and washing 5%. Dressing, grooming, apparently checking 43%. Thoughts of harm 11%, and impulses to harm 17%. Oh, cool. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna do all 3 just for the fun of it. Okay, sensation seeking. But very times. 40 questions. Okay. Begin test. Please indicate which of the following scenarios you would prefer. I like wild, uninhibited parties. I prefer quiet parties with confrontation. I do. I can't stand watching a movie that I've seen before. There are some movies I enjoy seeing a second or even third time. One of my personal favorite movies of all time is one of my personal favorite movies of all time is Resident. No. I do love Resident Evil 7 movies, but Resident Evil movies. But that's what I'm thinking of. Is Final Fantasy 7 Advent Children. I have lost count of how many times it's in a movie. It has been at least over 10 times because I don't know why I just love that movie. I have been talking for way too long. This is like longer than I talk in most of my Let's Plays. I often wish I could be a mountain climber. I can't understand people who risk their necks climbing mountains. I have done some climbing before, and I actually love it, but I don't really have time to do the mountain climbing. Please indicate which of the following scenarios you would prefer. I like some of the earthly body smells. Some body smells are good. Please indicate which of the following scenarios you would prefer. I get bored seeing the same old faces. I like comfortable, familiar, everyday friends. I like familiar. I like to explore a strange city or section of town by myself, even if it means getting lost. Yeah. Exploring is fun. When you can predict almost anything a person will do, and say he or she must be bored. I dislike people who do or say things just to shock or upset others. Yeah. I mean, don't just try to upset people for no reason. I usually don't enjoy a movie or play where I can predict what will happen in advance. I don't mind watching a movie or play where I can predict what will happen in advance. It depends on the movies. Like, some movie I don't mind at all if I can already predict it, because it's like, how are they gonna do it? Which is fun. But horror movies are starting to bore me a little bit because of that. Because it's like, the car can't start. Oh, she's gonna trip. Oh, this is gonna happen. It's just But I'm gonna say this because yeah. I have tried marijuana or would like to. I would not like to try marijuana. I do smoke sometimes, but I'm mostly an edibles kind of guy. So yes. Please indicate which of the following scenarios you would prefer. Oh, sorry. I would like to try some of the new drugs that produce hallucinations. I would not like to try drugs which might produce strange or dangerous effects to me. I'd have to say yes. I would like to try, as long as it's like a one-time thing. But won't affect my life for like the rest of my life. So yeah, why not? I sometimes like to do things that are a little frightening. A sensual person avoids activities that are dangerous. Yeah, I mean, why not? Doing frightening things can be fun sometimes. It depends on what the thing is. I enjoy the company of real swingers. I dislike swingers, people who are uninhibited, free about sex. This one's hard because I mean, I'm not ashamed of it, so I'm not ashamed of it, so I'm gonna say yes, I am a virgin. I guess dislike. I don't know. I often like to get high drinking liquor or smoking marijuana. I find that symptoms make me uncomfortable. This is funny. I can't really. This is hard. Because I do smoke, and I do drink, but I have like a really high tolerance to it. So it's like I haven't really. Actually, no, I have been high. I have been high, but I had to like smoke like a lot of weed and really strong weed to get high. But I've not got drunk yet. No, I have not got that. I didn't really feel that bad when I was high. I was dead tired. I mean, I fell asleep like in an instant. So no, not really. I like to try new foods that I've never tasted before. I order dishes which it's kind of like a half and half thing. Like I do love trying new foods, but sometimes when I go to a restaurant, I'll get the same thing because it'll be like my favorite thing there. Like anytime I go to a movie, I always get a cherry coke. Anytime I go to like a fancy restaurant, I'll always get, like Red Robin. I know we're not that fancy, but I always get a iced tea unsweetened. And fast food restaurants, yeah, root beer or whatever. So, but I do like trying new foods. Looking at someone's home movies or travel sites bores me tremendously. I enjoy looking at home movies or travel sites. It's kind of like a half and half thing. It's like if it's like family, then yeah, I find it interesting. Like, but if it's like around a stranger and it's like, oh, we went to the beach, oh, we did this, then yeah, it does bore me tremendously. Please indicate which of the following scenarios you would prefer. I would like to take up the sport of water skiing. Yeah, if I had time and the money, yeah, sure. Just try surfboarding. Yeah, same. I have been water skiing before, though. I have been. I would like to take off on a trip with no pre-plan or defined routes or timetable. Oh yeah, if I could actually take the time off work and I actually had the money, like plenty of money saved to do that, and it wasn't like anything dangerous or something that would be fun as hell. I would like to make friends in some of the far out groups like artists or punks. Yeah, why not? I mean, I have both, but yeah. Please indicate which of the following scenarios you prefer. Oh, why do I keep reading that? I'd like to learn to fly an airplane. I would like. At one time, I did want to like. I thought it'd be cool to fly an airplane, so I did like research into it. It's like, oh god, that's a lot of work. Uh, I would like to go scuba diving. I prefer the surface water. I've been snorkeling, but I scuba diving seems fun. I'd like to meet some persons who are homosexual, men or women. I stay away from me. I suspect of being if you're gay, lesbian, trans, but I don't really give a fuck. As long as you're a nice person, I mean, who cares? I would like to try parachute jumping. Yeah, I like to do that again. I prefer friends who are excitingly unpredictable. I prefer friends who are reliable and predictable. I want to say this. It's technically both, depending on the situation. Let's say this for argument's sake. I like to have new exciting experiences and sensations, even if they are a little frightening, unconventional, or illegal. This, except for the illegal part. I mean, depending. I often find beauty in the clashing colors and irregular forms of modern paintings. The essence of good art. If it's good, like they actually spent time on it and just whatever. I get very restless if I have to stay around home for any length of time. I enjoy spending time with familiar surroundings of home. I do. I like to dive off the high board. I do when I do dive. It's been a while since I've been to a swimming pool. I should go again sometime. I like to date people who are physically exciting. I like to date people who share my values. Well, my values are physically exciting sometimes, so I would say values. Keeping the drinks full is the key to a good party. Having heavy drinking usually ruins a party because some people get loud and boisterous. I have to agree on that one. The worst social sin is to be a bore. The worst social sin is to be rude. I would just be rude because I can be a bore at parties sometimes because I'll just go find the nearest dog and start petting it. A person should have considerable sexual experience before marriage. It's better if two married people begin their sexual experience with each other. Okay, this one's hard. I'm gonna get hate on this, and I understand that. But I find it kind of silly. Me personally, I find it kind of silly to wait till marriage before you have sex. But at the same time, if your partner wants to wait till marriage to have sex, then you should 100% respect that. Okay, that's my scenario. So I find it silly, but at the same time, you know, if your partner wants to wait, 100% respect that, because both people have to be in agreement. So, I don't know, a person I guess this one, because again, yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry I pissed anybody off with that answer. I could conceive of myself seeking pleasures around the world with the jet set. Again, I've done this test before, and I still cannot figure out what jet set is. Even if I had the money, I would not care to associate with flight-rich persons like those in the jet set. I mean, what does that mean? Does that mean, like, people have, like, their own jets and they can fly wherever? I mean, if that's the case, then no. I like people who are sharp and witty, even if they do sometimes insult others. I dislike people who have their fun at the expense of other people's beings. Yes, it is okay to be smart. Sorry. It is okay to be smart. It is not okay to be an asshole, unless the person's being an asshole to you, then by all means. Oh, I got 5 more questions. I enjoy watching many of the sexy scenes in movies. There's altogether too much portrayal of sex in movies. I'm gonna say the bottom one, and I'm not saying that because it bothers me. I'm saying that because it just seems more of a ploy in movies to get people to watch them. I mean, it was just like they put in there, it's like, oh, the two characters gonna have sex for whatever reason. It doesn't really seem to add anything to the story, so there. I feel best after taking a couple of drinks. Something is wrong with people who need liquor to feel good. I have to say this one because again, I haven't gotten drunk yet. But yeah, if you're just like drinking all the time just for a buzz or whatever, then yeah. People should dress in image ways, even if the effects are something strange. People should dress according to some standard of taste, neatness, and style. Again, this is a situation thing. If you're going to like a job interview and stuff, dress in your nice clothing. You don't want to go in there like in a bikini or box shorts or whatever. So, but everyday situations like going town, yeah, why not? I mean, I have a corset that I wear and a kilt sometimes too. I would like to sail a long distance in a small but seaworthy sailing craft. If I learned how to do it and with some good friends, then yes. I have no patience for dull or boring people. I find something interesting in almost everyone I talk to. That is true, I do. I think I would enjoy the sensations of skiing very fast down a high mountain slope. Skiing down a high mountain slope is a good way to end up on crutches. Feeling the breeze against my face. Yeah, I would like that. Okay, why do the other ones have like a breakdown? Okay. Overall, you're slightly more sensitive seeking than an average person. Oh yeah. Thrill and adventure seeking 100%. Experience seeking 100%. Disabilitation? I probably said that wrong. Boredom, susceptibility. You greatly desire to participate in activities involving unusual sensations and risk. You may be quite fearless. You greatly enjoy novel sensory and mental experiences, including travel, psychedelics, art, etc. You don't desire to participate in drug, alcohol use, illegal activities, or promiscuous, unsafe sexual activities. You don't get bored easily, nor do you get restless or under repetitive conditions. Well, I get bored easily, mostly because I don't really do that much. And breakdown information. Thoroughness seeking. Also known as stimulus seeking or fearlessness tendencies to participate in high stimulus activities such as skydiving, mountain climbing, bungee jumping, etc. Experience thinking. Tendency to participate in travel, psychedelics, drug, art, music, and other less risky sensations. Tendency to participate in drug use, alcohol use, vandalism, unsafe sex, etc. Boredom, suspectability. Sorry. Proneness to boredom has a need for constant new external stimuli such as social interaction, activities, and movies. Oh, wow. Okay. That was fun. Go back. Go back. Well, apparently that was my psych test. Now you've gone into the mind. That is me. Oh, anyway, that was fun. Uh, thank you for watching and goodbye.